Welcome to the healing art of conscious breathing. You now have one of the most powerful and advanced breathing programs available in the healing art of conscious breathing on the planet. The benefits are almost endless. You will experience less stress, tension, depression, increased energy, and more happiness. Before you begin breathing with this program, please read the medical disclaimer that is inside the booklet that comes with the CD. A word of caution. For your own safety, never perform these breathing exercises while driving an automobile. The breathing exercises can relax you very quickly and you could fall asleep. I will explain more about this to you in a few minutes. This CD was created with 3 progressive breathing patterns using the breath of a conscious breathing instructor, which is also known as a rebirther. Leonard Orr, the founder of conscious breathing, originated the word rebirther and rebirthing from his experience of remembering his birth when he was breathing, but today it is more commonly known as conscious breathing. To achieve the breathing patterns on this CD, sound and frequency analyzers with professional recording equipment were used to achieve the most efficient and natural breath in the form of an almost perfect waveform, also known as a sine wave. Breathing creates a sound wave which can be analyzed just as with electronics. Conscious breathing is using a circular breathing pattern that reflects the sine wave, where the inhale and exhale are connected together without any gaps in between, and the inhale and exhale are the same duration and strength. An example of this correct breathing pattern is shown in the picture that comes with this CD. Incorrect breathing patterns look very different, and examples are shown on the website at sahanaconcepts.com. The more circular breathing becomes, the more energy you're able to generate. When this happens, you're able to release blockages in the body, negative thoughts, feelings, trauma, stress, and tension that can be dissolved and released by the breath. Even losing weight becomes easier as the breathing will readjust your metabolism. You will then begin to feel blissful states and enhanced awareness. Your vibration is elevated, self-esteem is transformed to complete happiness, and you will discover how powerful your own breath can be. Since the mind and breath are the king and queen of human consciousness, it is very important to recognize your negative thoughts and change them on a daily basis through the use of affirmations, forgiveness, mantras, malas, prayer beads, or rosaries. Since thought is creative and the more energy you will have, the more easily your thoughts will manifest. Writing down all your negative thoughts and changing them quickly is just as important as creating positive thoughts than staying in old negative thought patterns that no longer serve you. Circular breathing creates the most energy with little resistance, whereas incorrect breathing patterns deplete the body of energy over time and create resistances either in the inhale or the exhale. Learning to breathe circular heals suppressed breathing patterns, which are usually created at birth from the umbilical cord being cut too soon, and negative thoughts. Breathing patterns can be that of struggling, holding back, fear, anger, and a wide variety of other patterns, and can be a reflection in your life with money, relationships, health, and not being happy that can show up in the breath. An example is someone who is struggling through life probably has a struggling breath. Most people have a suppressed breathing pattern and only using 1/3 of their breathing potential because of this suppression. Anyone who suppresses anything causes inhibitions in the breathing mechanism to keep the feelings, emotions, and thoughts suppressed. Conscious breathing helps to clear this cycle quickly and easily. The first goal of conscious breathing is to have a breath release, which is healing your breathing mechanism. This will heal naturally with each hour of breathing. You may feel a tightness in your throat as you breathe, followed by a breath release. Then once healed, a clear breath is maintained through regular or daily breathing. The second goal of conscious breathing is to have a completed energy cycle. This is when you have breathed enough energy from the breath, and the energy moves on its own, and the breath takes over and begins breathing you instead of you having to do any effort on your part, rejuvenating the body and mind on all levels, and youthing begins. This phenomenon is one of the most magical feelings to experience. This usually happens when you've had your first breath release. When you've achieved at least 1 hour of breathing, you should notice that all your senses are enhanced, such as touch, taste, sight, and hearing. You may also have a metallic taste in your mouth. This is the release of toxins, Novocaine, and most commonly, anesthesia. This is why it's so important not to practice these breathing exercises while driving an automobile, because of the anesthesia being released, which could cause you to fall asleep. The only way to release these substances is through the breath or fasting. The breath is responsible for removing at least 70% of the toxins from our bodies and the skin 20%. You can also switch to breathing through the nose on both the inhale and exhale. This should return you back to a circular breathing pattern. Once you learn to breathe without blowing or forcing the exhale, you can breathe as fast and rapid as you like and never experience hyperventilation. The second misconception is called tetany, which is a tingling feeling in the fingers, face, hands, and sometimes cramping in the hands. The misconception is that tetany is caused by hyperventilation. These feelings are the result of fear, stress, and trauma that is locked in the body and the breath is trying to release it. What the breath is doing is vibrating every cell in your body, cleansing the cell of its stress, tension, and negativity. And as the breath encounters deep negative areas of fear locked in the body, tetany is more noticeable. Tetany usually completely fades about 30 minutes after a breathing routine, and after 5 to 10 full 1-hour breathing routines, tetany is usually just slight tingling or shaking. Some of the feelings you will experience as you breathe are numerous. Everyone is different, but the most common feelings as you breathe are cold and hot sensations, from the release of fear and anger, which are associated with chills, shivering, perspiration, and sweating. As you breathe, your body will also feel like it is expanding. There will be waves of energy circulating throughout your body as the breath is cleansing you. The basic instructions for breathing are very simple. The goal is to achieve at least 1 hour or more of breathing by synchronizing your breath in sound and pace with the breathing pattern on the CD. The breathing should be done lying down, face up, eyes closed, and low lighting, or just a non-scented candle with your favorite pillow and blanket to keep you warm. If you use an inhaler, make sure you have this next to you. Everyone is different, so if you can only breathe for 10 minutes, then you've mastered 10 minutes of this breathing program. You can breathe with a partner to support each other or breathe by yourself. It takes at least 20 minutes of breathing to begin feeling the effects of this healing art. If you feel you need to stop because of too much fear, then stop and try again another day. It normally takes about 30 minutes after you've completed a breathing routine and you are fully in your body to feel the results. A sense of calmness, relaxation, and a happy, blissful state are usually what can be felt for the rest of the day to the rest of the week. Being very hungry at the end of a routine is a good sign that a completed energy cycle was achieved. Breathing is done using the upper chest, which is different than other breathing practices. The purpose of this is it allows suppressed thoughts and negativity to surface and be released. To know you're breathing correctly, place one hand on your abdomen and one hand over your heart and breathe. You should feel your chest rise and expand. There are 2 ways to breathe. The first is mouth breathing. This brings in more oxygen and can heal the breathing mechanism very quickly. The second is nose breathing. Nose breathing tends to put more energy directly into the nervous system, and stress, emotions, and feelings can be released quickly. A complete breath is where you inhale and exhale with the mouth or the nose. If you inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. If you inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth. It is best to experiment with each and use the one you are most comfortable with. Stress, tension, and negativity come off in layers. After you have completed a breathing routine, you should feel great, relaxed, and have a feeling of lightness throughout your body, almost like you're floating. 95% of all breathing routines should be very pleasant. There will be times after the breathing routine where you might feel irritable, depressed, or sad. This just means that you are processing something out of your body that has come to your conscious mind but was not fully released. Being by a fireplace, taking a long, warm bath for an hour, followed with a cool shower, will help to release these feelings. The rest of these negative feelings should release after the next breathing routine. If it is a very negative pattern, it may take a couple of days to fully process out. I highly recommend having 1 session, or even better, 10 sessions with a conscious breathing instructor or rebirther. They are masters at understanding the breath and thought patterns and can help you accelerate in your personal growth. Parents can support their children in breathing, but it is recommended the parents have 10 sessions with a conscious breathing instructor or experienced rebirther beforehand. Reading more about conscious breathing and rebirthing will help you to understand more about this art that can be included in this CD. A book list is on the website, as well as a transcript of this introduction. Now you're ready to start breathing. Have a wonderful experience and welcome to the healing art of conscious breathing.